and to note down all the words that were used appropriately and the words that were used unnecessarily during the meeting and report the same at the end. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. I believe you have a word of the day as well.
I'll type it in the chat box.
Okay, great. With this, my introduction of the role is done. I will come back later at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator. Sorry, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Before moving on to this session and before moving on to the prepared speech section, let me share with you something that is some haunted places in India that only I don't believe in, but what media and Wikipedia has to say about. So let's share my slides. Yes. So can you guess which place is this? Anybody? So anybody can unmute and tell which place is this?
Bhagalpur.
Bhangar?
Yes, it's Bhangar Fort. Yes, correctly said. So this is one of the haunted places in India, and you can visit this place until 6 p.m. every day. So it's located in Alwar district in Rajasthan. It has been declared an unsafe place to visit at night, even by the government. The Archaeological Survey of India, or ASI body, has even put up a sign outside Bhangar Fort to warn tourists and locals alike to not enter its premises after sunset and before sunrise. Even though the government may not openly acknowledge the presence of any supernatural power here, the board says it all and is enough proof that there is something that should not be played with. Bhangar Fort in its heyday was one of the architectural marvels of the country. It was built in 1573 by Man Singh I for his grandson Madho Singh I, but it was named after his grandfather Bhan Singh and hence the name Bhangar. It was dotted with temples, havelis, palaces, and Bhangar was a flourishing kingdom. But it soon saw its downfall, and since then it lies in ruins, abandoned with nothing but spirits roaming in the fort. Tourists who came here cannot help but admire the architecture of whatever is left of it and imagine what it must have been like in earlier days. Now, there are two stories around this legend. According to the first story, the reason for the destruction and desolation of Bhangar Fort is due to the curse of an ascetic. It is believed that one Baba Balanath lived near the fort and he had one condition, which was that no building should be higher than his house and cast a shadow on it. If this would happen, he proclaimed that there would be a destruction. The local king ignored the ascetic's rants, and sure enough, the curse came true and led to the present state of Bhangar Fort. There is another legend about a wizard who lived in Bhangar being infatuated with the princess and wanting to have her. He was adept in black magic and created a potion that would cast a spell and attract her towards him. One day he swapped her perfume for this potion, but before she could fall in love with him, she learned of his evil plans. So she plotted another one to kill him. She poured the potion on a boulder when she saw the wizard, and it rolled and crushed him because of the spell on it. But with his dying breath, the wizard cursed Bhangar and said it will be destructed soon. And soon enough, the Mughals invaded the kingdom and destroyed the city. They may have died, but the spirits of these people, including the wizards and the princesses, roam the fort's interiors. They do not let anyone inside, and if someone does go in, they don't come back alive. The spirits are so strong that there is even a signboard warning people not to go inside post-dark. Now let me show the next haunted place. Can you guess which place is this? This is in Kolkata.
Wipro building.
Yes, this is Wipro building. So Wipro building is one of the office in India that wants its employee to stay away from certain parts of the office, mainly the third floor of Tower 3. According to the locals, the plot where the office stands was previously a graveyard that had witnessed several murders. The employees of the company have even reported strange activities in the washrooms, doorways of the building. Perhaps the souls of the dead have more to say to us. And the last one is this. Yes, it's in Delhi. So anybody can unmute and say which place is this. Okay, I am telling it. It is Delhi cantonment area. So it sounds to be safe enough, but it is not so. The name of this place is highly misleading, for though the place is perceived as quite a safe one, the disclaimer does not guarantee safety from non-human dangers. As the story goes, people have witnessed the most cliched kind of a ghost or spirit in this area. The alleged spirit appears to be that of a woman clad in a white sari, standing on the roadside, asking the drivers for a lift around midnight. When the same is denied, the spirit is said to run beside the car at a speed that will even put Michael Schumacher to shame. Stories doing the rounds speak of a lady who was killed while hitchhiking her way to some place. She has now returned as a ghost. Though it is quite difficult to fathom why she chose to hitchhiking in a white sari, and if she didn't, then kudos to her for sticking to the official garb of the ghosts. So Toastmasters is winter time, and let's enjoy traveling to these places for once to find out what's the truth actually. So without further ado, let me move on and listen to some of the wonderful speech. So today we have our first speaker, but before I call her, let me call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Ayushi, to read out the speech objectives for the speaker. Toastmaster Ayushi, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So the purpose of the project of the speech is, the purpose of this project is to present a speech on a topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and all the best to the speaker. And over to you, Master of the day.
Thank you. Now it's time to call our first speaker. But before I call her, let me tell what I heard from her when I told her that what comes to your mind when you hear the word haunted. So she said that haunted is scary and she doesn't like to watch horror movies. So let's welcome Toastmaster Sudipta Biswas with her speech title, Chasing the Passion. Chasing the Passion, Toastmaster Sudipta.
Hello everyone and good evening to all. Today, I'm going to share with you all a short story of my life. We all know that children grows an immense attachment towards something they love doing. When I was a kid, some of my friends used to love to sing, some used to love to paint, some used to love to even study, and some used to love to do nothing. In my childhood, I had immense love for my classical dance classes. My mother got me admitted there, and eventually I just fell in love with it. I loved my ghungru. I loved performing on stage. I loved each and every step of it. And I knew one thing for sure, that I never want to quit it. I want to become a great dancer one day. But my mom's wish was kind of different. She wanted me to get employed. In particular, she wanted me to become a BCS officer. I must tell you that I was not poor in study, but she came to me one day and told me that your 10th exam is coming soon, so you need to focus more on your study. And for that, you have to quit your dance classes. I tried to convince her, but I could not. And with a heavy heart, I had to quit my dance classes. I was very sad at that point of time. I was very disappointed, very disheartened. But life goes on, and I left it behind and I moved forward. So I continued with my study. And after completing my study, I got a decent job with a very good salary, with a very good designation, and I got my first posting to the capital city of Odisha, that is Bhubaneswar. I was married then and I was living there alone. So one day I was talking to one of my friends, and she told me that, Shudipta, why don't you join Odissi dance classes? You always had dreamt for it. You had passion for it. So why don't you fulfill this now? And I thought that it was a very exciting idea. So I searched for a teacher and I went to him. And after 5 minutes of conversation, he asked me very happily that, Shudipta, who wants to learn Odissi dance? I was very embarrassed at that point of time. I told him that, sir, I want to learn, and this was my passion. I couldn't fulfill it, and now I want to do it with all my heart. And he kept telling me that, my students are very much learned, they are very much obedient, they are very much experienced, and the teachers are very much strict and whatnot. He kept telling me. I didn't say a single word, but I understood at the time, and I told myself that, at the age of 26, I cannot learn any new dance form, or I cannot learn anything new. I am old now. I got very sad again. I came back home, and when I woke up in the next morning, I don't know, but something was there, some spark was there. And I told myself again that this time I'm not going to quit. I'm going to try. And I kept searching for a teacher. I thought that there will be someone who will be willing to teach me. And trust me, just few months back, I actually have got one Kathak teacher. And she was very happy to welcome me in her group. She told me that, Shudipta, age doesn't matter. If you want to learn it, you can learn it anytime, anywhere. And she was very happy, and I was more happier than her. And I'm very satisfied from inside that I'm actually living my passion now. I'm actually doing it. And you know what I learned from all this? I learned that if you want it, you can get it. You might feel that this is not your forte now, this is not for you, this is not the right time. You might feel anything can happen, but If you have that arch within you, then no one in the universe can stop you from achieving that. And coming back to my mom, she didn't supported me. She didn't support me when I wanted to follow my passion, but now she is my biggest support. And she feels very happy that now I am following my passion. So people, please keep following your passion no matter what. And thank you everyone for your patience listening. And over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Can we put our hands together for Toastmaster Sudipta? That was really a motivational speech, and we really need to follow our passion, no matter how many challenges or hurdles we face. So let's move on to the table topic section, the fun-filled section. Before moving on, let's welcome our table topic master for today's meeting. Now, this person is a BFA student who loves to paint, sketch, and draw. She is a yoga practitioner as well. When I asked her what comes to her mind when she hears the word haunted, she said she thinks about Annabelle doll and Conjuring movies. Also, she makes at least 10-meter distance from this type of movies. So put your hands together for Toastmaster Shrishti as our table topic master. Toastmaster Shrishti, the stage is all yours.
Can we just keep on going for the wonderful, wonderful Toastmaster of the day? Well, there was a time when once I was sleeping on my bed and someone touched my feet. I woke up scared and took a little courage to go and switch on the light of my room. And you know what I saw? There was a little mouse on my bed who was in search of something. Well, apart from my story, let's move to the table topic section, which is one of the most important section of the Toastmaster meeting, where you have to take the courage to come, nominate yourself, and speak on the topic. There are few rules and regulations of the table topic section. The first is guests are allowed to change their topic once, and the topic cannot be reversed. The second, Toastmasters are not allowed to change their topic. And the timer, please note down that the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, green card, 30 minutes, yellow, 2 minutes, red card. Grace period of 30 seconds will be given only after 2 minutes. Now, I'll share my screen. Is it visible? Give me a thumbs up. All right. You have to choose any number between 2 to 9, and whichever topic comes, you have to speak on that. But there's a little twist. For example, I will just explain big journey. There's one sentence, big journey, and I have only written half of that. After that, you have to add according to your wish what you want to add to that line, to that sentence, and then you have to speak on that topic. I guess it is understood by everyone, and I would really love to nominate. I would really love you to nominate yourself in the chat box. Anyone? Toastmaster Siddharth. All right. Toastmaster Siddharth, please choose any number between 2 to 9.
5.
Right. Toastmaster Siddharth, your topic is you snooze. You snooze, Toastmaster Siddharth.
I remember. I have to start with you snooze, right?
It was my alarm yesterday rang, and as always, I snoozed it. I told myself that I'll sleep for 1 more minute. I remember I set the alarm at exactly 3:59 a.m. Since I am from a morning college, my college starts at 6 a.m. and it goes on until 10:30 a.m. And because I have offline classes, I have to be there by 6:15 at the most. So my alarm rang at 3:59 and I promised that I will sleep for 1 more minute and precisely at 4, I will wake up and go. And one more interesting thing, I'm not a normal human being. When I set alarms, it is like 3:15, 3:23, 3:27, 3:33, 3:39, 3:59 goes on. Okay. I would have even said it was 3:30, 3:66, but a time like that doesn't exist. So 3:59, my alarm rang, I switched it off. Then I said that I promised myself that 1 more minute and then I'll become Shaktiman and I'll have all the Shakti for my day-to-day work. And the next time when I opened my eyes, it was 4:36. Yes, I set the alarm for 4:36. So after that, I woke up and I again promised myself that let's make it a round figure. I'll wake up at 4:40 so that things go on properly. Now again set an alarm for 4:40 and then I went to sleep. And when alarm rang at 4:40, then I set alarm at, let's make it even more better. I set the alarm for 4:44. Okay. And then I again slept. And you know what happened? At 6:30, my father called me up from the other room that, Siddharth, wake up. Don't you have college, beta? I said, yes, Papa, I'm waking up. Thank you. Back to you.
Well, not only you, I guess I'm also not a normal person because I set my alarm for 7:40, then 7:45, and then 7:50, then 8 o'clock. Well, let me share my screen. Yeah. I guess you, this, what I mean to say, for example, yeah, this, I mean, big journey, and then you have to add, for example, big journey begins with small steps, and then you have to take that as a topic, and then you have to speak on that. For example, Toastmaster Siddharth, you snooze, you lose. You have to take that you snooze, you lose topic, and then you have to speak on that. Anyway, I would love anyone, please nominate yourself in the chat box. Or else I will pick up randomly. No one? Oh, okay, Toastmaster of the day. Please choose a number between, leaving 5, you can choose any number between 2 to 9.
7.
All right. When you get tired, Toastmaster of the day, when you get tired.
When you get tired, you feel like you are done for the day. But to tell my example, I'm a hotelier. I'm a hotelier by profession, and we work for 12 hours in a day. So it's very normal at the end of the day, we get tired. And now it's my college time. So my last semester is going on. So I have Saturday as a holiday, and so I can meet you people and join this Toastmasters meeting. But for hoteliers, if you ask your supervisor that can I get a holiday on Saturday or Sunday, they will laugh their heart out, because for hoteliers, there is no holiday on Saturday and Sunday. So getting tired is something that is natural for us. Not only hoteliers, take any profession, for example. When you earn your money, or when you give your heart and soul to your profession, you are tired at the end of the day. But if you think that you have a purpose at the end of the day, you feel like, and you have a goal set in your mind, then you feel like until the goal has been achieved, let me try for one more day. Let me try another time. Until and unless you have that purpose in your mind, nothing can keep you going. in whatever field you are in. So that's very, very important. Maybe waking up on a wintry mornings are very, very difficult. We get tired after we return back home. But if we have set a purpose or a goal in our life, things get to be easy going for us. We still get up at the morning and feel like, yes, this goal has to be achieved for today. And that will add up onto for my future goal. So that's my take on the topic. Thank you.
That was a wonderful take on the topic, Toastmaster of the day. Well, I'll get tired. I'll definitely get a sound sleep because it is important because I'm so tired. Now, moving towards, we have President, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Dalia. Please choose a number between 2 to 9, leaving 5 and 7. Sorry.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
I'll take the number 7.
7, leaving number 5 and 7.
Okay, number 4.
Toastmaster Dalia. Empty mind is a Toastmaster Dalia.
Empty mind is just like an empty vessel. You can fill anything into it and it'll just take the shape of water, just like the pot. Our minds is full of things that we encounter in every single day, all the parts of our lives. We get new information in our minds every single day. But just like a newborn baby is like raw mud, we can shape it to whatever we want. Every single day and every new day is a new opportunity to shape our minds and fill our empty minds with positivity. Because until and unless we have positive minds and courage in our hearts, it's very difficult to lead a successful and a happy life. Throughout my journey of 21 years, the only thing that I do when I wake up is to talk to myself. It might sound silly, but I give myself the positive energy that it requires. I tell every single day that it's completely fine, even though yesterday might be a very messed up day, but still going forward, I need to be positive. Even though yesterday might have been a very good day, but today is also a new day to prove ourselves. So fill your minds and fill your hearts with all the positivity and the energy that you need. Because moving forward, this is the thing that can either make you or break you. So let's make our own lives rather than breaking ourselves into small little fragments that we have to collect and no one else will. Back to the table topic master.
Well, when I heard your speech, and there's only one quote running in my mind after hearing your speech, and that is either you stand for yourself or regret for whole your life. That was a wonderful take on the topic. Now, anyone else who would love to nominate themselves? Gopal sir, did you raise your hand? Okay.
Yes. Am I audible?
Okay. Yeah, you're
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yes, you're audible. Gopal sir, please choose any number between 2 to 9, leaving number 4, 5, and 7.
2.
Okay. Toastmaster Gopal, when life gives you lemon. When life gives you lemon. Toastmaster Gopal.
When life gives you lemon, squeeze it. So when life gives you lemon, it means you are getting some hard time in your life. What I feel so, I may be wrong. So that is the time when you have to collect your courage or use your experience and have a patience so that you can overcome of your whatever the struggle, what is the hardship you are going to get in your life. Because this time, the time when you are going to learn something. But if you do not prepare yourself, if you are not, if you become afraid and you are not ready to fight for that, then you are going to fail. You will not be able to get success in your life or towards your goal. So never be afraid, whatever the hardship or suffering is coming in your pathway while you're achieving your goal. So this is the life. Life is always not smooth. There will be some hardship. There will be some uh, pits will be there. It's like a road. It always have some smooth path, or sometimes there will be big pit also will be there. We have to overcome. Whenever there is a hardship, you take it as a we should take as an opportunity to use that to learn something from this hardship and overcome this hardship, because whatever you are going to gain through this hardship, naturally it will be example for others also. They will take they will be encouraged, they will be guided by the way you have overcome whatever the suffering you have faced, and it will also make your life smooth. It will give you also a big satisfaction whenever you are going to get good success in your life. So that will also give a big satisfaction. Thank you. Over to you.
Well, that was a great take on the topic, Toastmaster Gopal. Anyone else who would love to nominate themselves in the chat box? Am I audible? Okay. Toastmaster Radhika. Toastmaster Radhika, are you there? Okay. Toastmaster Aman.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sharing my video. Sorry, my screen. Please choose the number between 2 and 9, leaving 2, 4, 5, and 7.
3.
All right. Toastmaster Aman, start is hard. Toastmaster Aman, start is hard.
Start is hard. Start is hard, but journey can be beautiful. So whenever we are faced with some kind of situation that we are not familiar with, it is a general tendency for many people to fear it, to not see the beauty that lies ahead. So as it is said, this good start is half done. So whenever we are faced with a situation that is tough, we should first study it. We should see the pros and cons, and we should try to give it our best. And as the poet Robert Frost has said, we always choose the path that has been less traveled by. So we should we should not think about the what is going to happen or something. We should always remember that life is beautiful, and it's all about the journey and not the destination. So it's important that we take on challenges, take on obstacles, because life is not it's not like it's easy, it's a cakewalk. So it's life, and it will give you challenges. You have to fight back, you have to take on the obstacles, and then only you will feel satisfied, and a real you will come out. Thank you.
That was a wonderful take on the topic, Toastmaster Aman. Well, I totally agree with you that start is half done. Now I'll take the last who will love to nominate themselves by themselves, or either I'll choose anyone. Anyone? Toastmaster Santanu. All right. Toastmaster Santanu. Please choose the number between 6 and 9 and 10. And sorry, 6, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Sorry?
10.
Okay. Toastmaster Shantanu. Toastmaster is? Toastmaster Santanu.
Toastmaster is a platform to develop ourselves. This quote reminds me of when a year back when I first joined the Toastmasters. Previously, public speaking was speaking publicly in front of people is for me much more difficult, maybe difficult than facing a ghost. I was very much worried about what would happen, how would it turn out. But slowly and gradually, I joined Toastmasters. I used to come in the meetings, and then slowly and gradually, I gave my first icebreaker speech, and it was a journey. And I don't know how 1 year has passed, and still I feel like I have a lot to learn. I have a long place to grow. So Toastmasters is not only a place for learning, it's a place for where you find friends, where you find inspiration, where you find a motivation. I've come across with so many Toastmasters who have a full-time job and still managing an entire division or a district. I have come up with Toastmasters who are like in their final year of college. When I was in my final year of college, all I did was watching movies and studies. And there are Toastmasters who are managing an entire club. It's a place for motivation. It's a place for learning. It's a place for growing. What do you think, Table Topic Master?
Well, I totally agree with you, Toastmaster Shantanu. Toastmaster is a place where you get to learn a lot of things and you get to meet so many people. With this, I come to the end of this session, table topic section, and I would love to hand over the virtual podium to our very lovely Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chandrima.
So that was indeed a lovely table topic session by our table topic master, Toastmaster Shrishti. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Shrishti. Everyone. Okay. So without further delay, evaluation come back with sessions on the that have took place. I call the general evaluator, Toastmaster Debolina, to take upon the virtual.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Now I would request the evaluator 1, Toastmaster Ayushi, to roll out her evaluation.
Thank you so much, evaluator. If you want to get something and if you want it and you can get it, that was a message which Toastmaster Sudipta actually gave us. Good evening to everyone present over here, and Toastmaster Sudipta in particular, your speech was such an encouraging and motivating speech to pursue our passion, where actually everyone has forget about it. So I really loved the topic that you had. The first thing that I really loved in your speech was the smile that you had. I don't know but everyone noticed, but I noticed a lot when you were talking about your job profile. You were really your face actually had a different smile, and when you switched to taking that you had an opportunity to do the dance classes, there was a slight smile. It showed that you told the story with a lot of heart. You were totally into the story, which I really loved it. The second thing which I really loved in your speech was the structure that you had. You had a start, you had an introduction about what the children used to do, how you went into classical dancing, journey that you did not pursue, and then you had at the end, how did you started pursuing with a great message at the end to speak out to everyone. A great structure, the perfect introduction, body, and a conclusion. The few points when you want, if you are over here in Toastmaster, I'm sure that you want to improve somewhere. So I have a few recommendations for you. The first recommendation that I have is that whenever you are giving a speech, please try to stand up and give it a speech, because in Toastmaster, we always when we were offline, we used to give us in stand-up position, and where we could see your hand gestures a lot, which were actually missing in your speech as you were sitting. The second point which I have was your speech was full of drama. It had a lot of emotion, moving sadness and everything. It was a mixture. So there was something of voice modulation that was missing. You had a smile, but you had some voice modulation missing. When you said you were embarrassed, you could have said, I was embarrassed by looking down. Or when you said you were feeling, you had your whole heart in that, you could have that joy in that. I had my whole heart in that. So that would have brought a different level of motivation and encouragement to the audience, and it would have been more impactful. The third thing which I would like to say is that you could have started with a better start. You said that I'm today trying to tell, I'm going to say a personal story. Instead of that, what you could have said was you could have started with an encouraging story, maybe of a Milkha Singh who did not give up and started running. Or you could say of Manji Man, the mountain man, he did not give up on something. That would have been attracted audience a lot more. Overall, summing up, I would just say that also the third thing which I really loved in your speech was the message that you had at the end. Because in today's world, which I found that people are just behind studies and want to move up to the next level. So you brought that, yes, passion is something that you need to pursue. Even if you have reached an age limit of something, you can always pursue your passion, and it is never bad. So overall, summing up, you had a great smile, you had a great message and a good structure. All you need to work, you can have a great stand up, have a voice modulation, and a great start would make your speech to a great level. And all the best for your second speech. Thank you, and over to you, Chandra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayushi. A big round of applause for you. Now coming to Toastmaster Ayushi's evaluation, I completely agree with her. All the recommendations and commendations were rightly pointed out. Great job done. Coming to Ayushi's evaluation, one recommendation for you would be that you were talking about the voice modulation part. You mentioned it like when she was sad or when she was feeling joy, but maybe you could have acted a bit on that part. I mean, you have done, but maybe a bit more, so that the the difference was made clear. That was, otherwise your evaluation was apt, and I really loved. You commended and recommended and then finally summarized it with motivation. Great job done. A big round of applause for both Sudipta and Ayushi. Now coming to the meeting as whole. First I would like to take the tag report from the timer first. Toastmaster Aman, if you can please.
Yeah. So the good news is there are no disqualifications. From prepared speech section, Toastmaster Sudipta took 6 minutes and 30 seconds. In table topic section, Toastmaster Siddharth took 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Chandrima took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Dalia took 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Gopal took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And Toastmaster Aman took 1 minute and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Santanu took 1 minute and 57 seconds. Coming to evaluation section, Toastmaster Ayushi took 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Thank you.
Great, congratulations everyone. Everyone is qualified for the voting. And coming to Toastmaster Aman. So I really loved how you started your role. That is the importance of timing ourselves. So great job done on your part as well. Now I would request our counter, Toastmaster Riya, to kindly read out your report.
Okay. Toastmaster Dalia was flawless. Toastmaster Siddharth was flawless. Toastmaster Chandrima used so multiple times, once well, and multiples I. Toastmaster Shruti used multiple ands and once. Toastmaster Devolina had used so twice. Toastmaster Aman used multiple a and multiples and. Toastmaster Gopal used a twice. Toastmaster Shantanu Datta repeat I twice. Toastmaster Shristi used multiples well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Ria for your detailed report. I really loved how you started with a quote once again. So it gives a personal touch to your introduction. Great job done. Now coming to Toastmaster Kritika, please read out your report.
Good usage of words during the meeting included heyday, spooky, raw mud, squeeze. The word of the day was used by no one, unfortunately. The wrong usage of words in the meeting were the word cliched was wrongly pronounced. The words used to love to should be used to love and not the former. This is the report by my side. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika. Well done for your report. And I would like to be the stickler, a person, the thing that Toastmaster Kritika and both Toastmaster Riyad did, that is, they both started with a quote which gives the personal touch to their roles. So great job on that. And I used the word of the day. Thank you. So now coming to the meeting in general, starting from the meeting, I believe Sergeant Ram was facing some sort of issue. Otherwise, we would have started the meeting on time. Now coming to Sergeant Ram's role, she was very energetic and she stated the rules and very beautifully introduced in President Dalia. Now coming to distinguished Toastmaster Dalia, again, you were very energetic. You kept the energy that Toastmaster should be passed on. You shared a very motivational story from your personal life, which is related to Toastmaster, which also sets the tone for the meeting and makes the people motivated. Then the guests weren't there, but I believe if they were there, you would have taken the introduction as well, and you beautifully introduced the Toastmaster of the day as well. Now coming to Toastmaster of the day, you had a very beautiful way of engaging the audience. You asked them to share their experiences of having such haunted, where they felt that they have faced those haunted situations, or be it sleep paralysis, and asking them which place it is. Having said that, I have two recommendations for you. First is that when you were talking about the Bhagalgarh Fort and Wipro and all the other things, those three slides. So for Wipro, you shared a very short story, which is okay. For Bhagalgarh Fort, you have shared a lot of story. Maybe you could have trimmed it a bit so that you could have focused more on audience engagement. That was one. And the second thing is that you could have mentioned the mentor's name, because mentors have put a lot of effort to help the speakers. So maybe you could have mentioned that. Now coming to the table topic master. Table topic master, first of all, you mentioned all the rules. That is, guests are allowed to participate. They can also change the topic, and Toastmasters can change the topic, the timing. The most important thing I loved about your section is that your innovative way of doing the table topic section. I believe the table topic master is here, Toastmaster Shrishti. So I loved it. Like, you gave half of the topic, and then the half of the topic was there for them to choose, which can go anywhere, which also which breaks the monotony and also gives them a chance to brainstorm. So great job done on your side as well. Now coming to the table topic speakers, Toastmaster Siddharth. Your topic was you snooze. So it was a bit something happened from your end. You didn't understand what was the thing, so I can understand, but you shared, the thing that you have understood, you shared beautifully. You shared your personal story, that when you have to go to college on 6:30, but you kept snoozing, and we all are guilty for doing this, so no worries on that. The only thing I felt is that the ending was a bit inconclusive. Maybe it could have done if you would understood what Rishi was trying to say. Otherwise, great job done on your end. Now coming to Toastmasters Chandrima, your topic was when you get tired, you feel like you are done, which is true. Like everyone wants to end their day whenever they are tired, but then you went against the topic, which was very great way of handling it. And then you talked about your personal story, but one recommendation for you would be that you scratched on your story. Like it was like you were talking about that your boss is going to laugh when you will ask for the holiday, but then maybe you could have elaborated a bit more onto that personal story, then it would have been better. Otherwise you talked for 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes, and you had a key message. So great job done on your end as well. Now coming to distinguished Toastmaster Dalia, first of all, congratulations on winning the table topic contest. Now your topic was empty mind is the empty vessel, and you talked about the power of positive affirmations, and you also shared a personal story that how every day morning you keep doing positive affirmation, keep telling yourself the positive affirmations, and how it helped you, and you shared a key message as well. So I loved, and I have no recommendations for you. Now coming to Toastmaster Gopal, your topic was, I believe Toastmaster Gopal is here. I think he's not in camera, but I believe you're hearing. So your topic was, okay, great. So your topic was when life gives you 11 squeeze it. I apologize. So of course, when life gives you lemon, you definitely squeeze it. And you also shared a very beautiful story. Life will not always going to be smooth. So you have to handle those hurdles and you have to face those hardships. The only thing that I felt was missing on your story was that maybe you could have added a personal story where you faced such hardships and you overcame those hardships. Maybe you could have added that. Otherwise, you again talked for more than 2 minutes. Now coming to Toastmaster Raman, your topic was start is hard, but journey can be beautiful. And also you have beautifully started your table topic speech with beautiful quote by Robert Frost. I really liked it, the way you have started. The only thing I felt is that you went a bit off topic. Like your topic was start is hard, but journey is a bit beautiful. Journey can be beautiful. So it's more of like when we don't start, you don't know that how the journey can be. But what you talked about is that it is not about the journey, but about the destination. So somehow you lost the topic. And I think it's completely okay. You spoke a lot and you spoke the way you felt. So only thing you need to do is that you need to practice a bit more, and with practice, it will come along. Now, coming to Toastmaster Shantanu last, your topic was Toastmaster is a platform to develop ourselves, and which is completely true. I completely agree. And you had a very personal story. You started your starting journey in Toastmasters from icebreaker to right now in this over in the 1 year period. And also you talked about other Toastmasters experiences as well, which was like very beautifully crafted, your table topic speech. And you last ended with a key message that it is not a place for learning, it is also a place for growing. So I really loved your speech. With this, I believe I have evaluated everyone, and if you have any evaluation and feedback for me as well, feel free to give it. And I would like to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chandru.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and please have a round of applause for our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Devolina. So as I promised, a bit of short explanation of the horrific incidents that have taken place, or the spooky incidents that have taken place, and these are according to the scientists who have given explanations. So number one is the fear frequency. So just below the range of human hearing, infrasound can cause some strange sensations. Humans can't hear sound below 20 hertz, but some people subconsciously respond to lower frequencies with feelings of fear or dread. In one account from 1998, engineer Vic Tandy of Coventry University spent a night in a lab believed to be haunted. He and his colleagues experienced anxiety, distress, felt cold shivers down their spines, and Tandy even reported seeing a dark blob out of the corner of his eye. It turned out that there was a silent fan creating sound waves of around 19 hertz, the exact frequency that can cause the human ball to vibrate and see optical illusions. When we finally switched it off, it was as if a huge weight was lifted. Another explanation given by scientists was the power of suggestion. Social psychology might have an explanation for reported hauntings that the natural sciences can't resolve. Now, there was an experiment done where the participants watched a video of a purported psychic supposedly bending a key with his mind. The people who were exposed to positive social influence, meaning that an actor in the group said they saw the key bend, were more likely to report that they saw the key bend too. Participants who were in a room with naysayers and skeptics were more likely to doubt the validity of the trick. But just one person's confident assertion that they believed the psychokinesis was enough to make others believe it as well. But I don't know what's the actual reason, and I would leave it to you people whether to believe it or not. But if you ask my personal opinion, whether I believe in such entities or not, it's definitely a yes. What do you think, Toastmaster or Madam Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Dalia Thakur? I would leave it to you. Okay.
Thank you so much, our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chandrama, for carrying out the entire session in such a wonderful manner. Let's have a big round of applause for everybody who's still here waiting for the results. Thank you so much, everybody, for staying for so long, and it's always a pleasure to host all of you in Elite Toastmasters Club. Now, we have our results ready, but before announcing the results, I would like to have a very, very quick feedback from our wonderful Toastmasters from different clubs who have come here to play roles. So I would like to take the feedback of Toastmaster Devolina Dhar. If you would please give us a small feedback on how the entire session was.
You need more feedback? I mean, I gave all I had. If I have to say anything, I mean, it's always a pleasure, and it's always what I feel is that, I mean, Elite has so many standard meetings, so it's always a pleasure being here. So keep doing, and good job to the whole executive committee.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devolina. That is really encouraging, and hopefully encouraging enough for everybody here to think about taking up the EC role next term. Again, I'd like to take a very quick feedback from Toastmaster Chandrama. How did you like the entire session?
It was a wonderful session. And only thing that I felt that if the time would have been a bit more, I could have rolled out some of my research that I had done on the topic. So whatever it was a lovely session to attend, and people from Elite Toastmasters had really asked me to do the TMOD role, and I am really grateful for that.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandrama. You did not fail us. Your role was really wonderful towards the starting and throughout the entire meeting. You played it so wonderfully. We could all feel the spooky vibe. So thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so on the request of Toastmaster Ayushi, I would request everybody to please switch on their cameras if possible, so that we can have a very quick group picture. Thank you so much for the lovely faces. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shantanu, Toastmaster Aman, Toastmaster Kritika. I don't think Toastmaster Gopal sir will be able to do it, but let's have a quick picture. Toastmaster Ishi, please show a thumbs up when it's done. Okay, all of us are here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And very quickly announcing the results. Okay, I would like everybody to please unmute themselves and cheer for whoever you think has won that particular category. Let's start from the best auxiliary role player. So we had 3 wonderful role players. We had the timer, we had the hour counter, and we had the wonderful grammarian. Any guesses who's won this round?
Our counter.
Counter. Okay. Any other guesses? Well, yes, it was Toastmaster Ria Yadav. She played her role wonderfully. Thank you so much. And a special mention to both the timer and the grammarian. I believe they both played the role for the very first time, and I can say that they played it to perfection. So a special congratulations and kudos to Toastmaster Kritika and Toastmaster Aman. A wonderful job done. Moving on, we have the best speaker and the best evaluator. Since we had 1 speaker and 1 evaluator, the best speaker is Toastmaster Sudipta and the best evaluator is, without a doubt, Toastmaster Ayushi. Congratulations to both of you. Moving on to the best table topic speaker. Any guesses? We had some wonderful table topic speeches today. Any guesses who's won this particular round? Well, it was a tie, so you need to guess 2 names if you want.
First is DTM Dalia Thakkar.
Second one would be Gopal sir.
Well, today it goes to 2 wonderful speakers of our club, Toastmaster Gopal Srivastav and Toastmaster Siddharth Thakur. They both were absolutely exceptionally wonderful today. Congratulations to both of them. Last but not the least, we have a small but an amazing category of most improved speaker, which is anybody who's come up to the podium can definitely back this prize. So any guesses who it could be? Well, it is Toastmaster Aman. Congratulations. It was your first time trying the table topic, and congratulations. I forgot 1 category, which is the main amongst, I believe, Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator, and the Table Topic Master. Any guesses who's won this particular wonderful category today? All the 3 were exceptional, I might just say. Any guesses? Shashi, you might just as well take your name since you have been guessing. Well, it definitely goes to the Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Shishti Raj, but both the Toastmaster of the Day and the General Evaluator also did a wonderful job. So congratulations to everybody. And that was a wonderful session. Thank you so much for staying on for so long. And let's meet on 15th, which is probably the Wednesday, for our EC election. So all the Elite Toastmaster members, I want to see all of you there. And if anybody from outside our club wants to come in and witness the EC elections going on, so you're heartily welcome. Thank you. And that is it. I declare the meeting closed. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Recording.
Ayushi, please vote
Recording.
you both.
Recording of